Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date 40, reference 228206. You can see this 40mm platinum Rolex Day-Date and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch, with additional accessories included, high-resolution images, and naturally, complete pricing information for this platinum Day-Date. Now, the watch on the wrist weighs a ton. Sometimes I give only lip service to the fit, the feel, the dimensions of a watch, how hefty it feels on the wrist, before moving on to what I generally consider the more interesting details of the watch: history, heritage, technology, and finishing. But in the case of something like the Day-Date 40 in platinum, the feel that you get on the wrist, the ineffable sense of overwhelming premium quality in material form, it is the reason you buy a watch like this. The feeling, eyes closed, that you're wearing something truly special. And it does weigh a ton, over half a pound, all in platinum. The watch is 40mm across the round of the case from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, not including the crown. Again, my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, pretty much oval in shape and flattish across the top. The watch wears fairly compact considering its sheer mass. It's 47mm, 47.5 to be precise, from lug to lug. And it's nice and slim, only 12mm thick. You can see with the sloped conical platinum bezel, it really is quite easy to slide a dress cuff or a tight sleeve up and over this watch. Now, you have a Rolex President bracelet. The watch has always been nicknamed the President because of its illustrious clientele, but the watch itself has always been the Day-Date, whether in 36, 41mm, or 40mm form. The bracelet itself, however, is properly called the President per Rolex. Now, it's beautifully finished, polished on its absolute flanks, satin on its outer link tops, and down the center, fully polished. All the links are solid, and I should note, all of the pins joining the links are ceramic coated. This is a relatively new innovation. It was exclusive to the previous generation Platinum Day-Date 2, and it's featured on all of the Day-Date 40 models. And what the ceramic coating does is it prevents the pins from getting worn down and in turn wearing down the inside of the links, removing the famed Rolex stretch. This one's nice and tight, has very little play, and because of the ceramic pins, it's going to stay that way in perpetuity. Now, the clasp is beautifully milled out, very solid, and it features the famed crown clasp mechanism, wherein the Rolex 5-point coronet shows you the partition point of the bracelet, a little bit more sophisticated than in the past. It's not simply a point of leverage, but it's actually a hinged trigger that deactivates the closure. Still low in profile, still beautifully made, still incredibly discreet, and ultimately less prone to desk diver damage than the Rolex Oyster clasps are. What you can also see on this watch is that the dial is entirely new. Now, previously, Rolex had a tone called Glacier Blue. This one, again, using the Rolex nomenclature, is Ice Blue, and it's laser etched. You can see the new manufacture method that Rolex is employing for these Day-Date 40 dials. It has depth, it has texture, it's beautifully reflective and reactive in the light, and it's surrounded by a small railroad-style minutes and seconds track outboard of polished and applied white gold luminescent indices. The watch can serve double duty as a sports watch or a dress watch. With the white metal and light silver blue dial, it's extremely versatile and, of course, fully luminescent. It has a little bit of the soul of a sports watch. Likewise, the movement inside is protected by a twin-lock crown, endowing the watch with 100-meter water resistance, so very sporting in that sense as well. Now, you'll note that the dial, hands, indices, span, cyclops eye, a little bit better balanced than the previous Day-Date 2. Shrinking the entire composition by 1mm side to side has found the sweet spot for this watch. And of course, inside, all has changed as well, with the new caliber 3255 debuting in 2015 with the Day-Date 40. It takes the pioneering developments in longer power reserve from the original 2000 Rolex in-house Daytona caliber 4130, which found its way to the Yachtmaster 2, which found its way to the Sky Dweller annual calendar GMT, and now finally we get the 70-hour power reserve in the Day-Date, thanks to the Chronergy escapement and a thinned out mainspring barrel that allows Rolex to fit a larger low-friction mainspring. That's how we get the 70-hour power reserve, and of course, timed to Rolex's new superlative chronometer standard. Not only is the movement COSC certified, but it meets Rolex's new internal standard as a fully cased up watch of no worse than -2 + 2 seconds per day. Still beating away at 4 Hz, 28,800 vibrations per hour. Likewise, it still has a double quickset function for the date, and I'll demonstrate that right now, as well as a hacking seconds function for the seconds. Pull it out to extremity, you stop the balance. Now you can synchronize to a reference time. Push the crown in, pull it to the second position, and now you can cycle the day and the date for rapid adjustment should the watch run down. Also important to note, the movement is built like a sports watch. Just as the case itself has sports watch-like water resistance, the movement has a full balance bridge, dual anchored, is free sprung, and features a second generation Rolex Parachrom handmade overcoil hairspring. So it has stability against both shock and, thanks to the Parachrom hairspring, both gravitationally induced timing error and magnetically induced timing error. This watch is full of tricks, and it has all of the latest Rolex standards, from Parachrom to Chronenergy escapement to the Paraflex shock absorber system. This watch is all Rolex from hands to case back. You can see it and you can purchase it on our website.